Hey guys, welcome back to Making It. Today we're gonna make a simple pantry staple, Thai basil infused white wine vinegar. A great way to lock in the summer and stretch it throughout the cold months of the year, or any time of the year for that matter. But I'm talking about aromatic, herb infused vinegars. Pow, bang, zingo, put that stuff on anything. Put it on, what are you doing? Herb infused vinegars. Toppers, good for anything. Let's take a little walk down the old ingredient shrine, right? Pay a little respect. Only a few ingredients today, but powerhouses. First off, let's go. Lord of Death, the usual players. We have a new guest today. The new thing we're playing with today, shout out to old Blakey boy again, the editor. But he bought me this when he was visiting Japan. He found it. Lovely fella, lovely guy. Good thing it's in the box. Blake, cut that out. This was a game that I played where you were a dolphin and you like swam through the ocean and you had to eat fish and like go through obstacles and it was like this adventure world game, but you were under the ocean and you used like echolocation. Look at him, he's got stars on his head and shit. Are you kidding me, dude? Echo was a hero. Blake. I knew something was a little off. The evil vortex has shattered. This is the second one. I never played this one before, but I'm looking forward to it. So let me go get a Sega Genesis console. Rock and roll, baby. Thanks, Blake. You're gonna hang out over here for a little bit. But old Blakey boy, he did use, I think it was the soundtrack to the first one, if I'm not mistaken, in a whole episode. I forget which one it was. Which one was it? Medicinal grade, high potency, rosemary. All right, this stuff, you're touching it, it's gonna make your fingers stick. I mean, we're talking, oh, just bring you right to Christmas. Very aromatic. I love rosemary, one of my favorite herbs. Thai basil leaves. Flowering, heavy flower. I've been picking at these and they've been really budding out. But this is some old Thai basil plant. Big, awesome aromatics. It's late season where these herbs are going into seed, which I really love to let a lot of them do. Same with our purple basil. You know, you get these cones where it stops making the flowers and they're delicious. They're filled with oils and they have their own little nutty but very big basil flavors and smells. So that's what we're gonna try to strip out with our vinegar. Nice little high acid, you know, classic white wine vinegar. Regular old green basil, same thing, doing its cycle. We'll strip all those aromatics and oils and the essences of the herbs into our vinegars. And don't forget, 1 quart wide mouth mason jars, 2 of them. First, we're gonna take 1 jar in our rosemary, give it a nice, aggressive, meaningful folding and bruising and crushing, and you're just gonna go ahead and shove it in a jar. Just shove it in there. And we're gonna do the same thing with our basil. Shove them right in there. We don't need all these stems, big vegetal. We're just gonna pick off these little flowerets. Yep. Wow, smell that. It's like the best Thai food you ever had in your life. Go ahead. You too, Bill. And like you can kind of strip these things off like thyme if you wanted to. Get in there. So now that we got our mason jars filled with our herbs, our rosemary, and our basil, we're just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna top them off probably about 3/4 of the way up, and just enough to where we can submerge them. I have these really cool little spring jobs. Trails Co. This is embarrassing. But I got these, I forget where the heck I got them. But it's a great product. I think they should say the dang name on there. Trellis Co. And these things have been phenomenal for quick little things like this. Submerged in there, pressure from the lid, down nice. Same with the rosemary. Just keep them nice and submerged. These springs are great. Give them a little shake, get the party going. And we're gonna let that steep for about 2 days, keeping it submerged with that spring. But again, you can just shake it if you don't have something like that every so often. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this over in the old fermentation station. Let it hang out, let it steep, let it get happy. We'll come back in about 2 days, Bill. All right, so it's been 2 days since we steeped our rosemary and our basils for a nice extraction of aromatics. And now we're going to strain them and put them in cute little bottles, and we're going to enjoy them for months to come. Let's check them out. Couple other projects tinkering along. Wowee, look at the color change on that. What went in as a white wine really drew some color, but I'd say most of that came from that purple basil. In fact, I know so because I've done this a bunch of times. You know, it's amazing how much of that pigment and color gets pulled out from those purple flowers, and like as it sits in that acid for 2 days, just kind of strips it all out. And this one too, it started real clear and almost had like a nice like golden hue to it. Looks like pickle juice. Let's start with this one. Wow, I can smell from here. I got like a quick blast of like fruit punch. Kool-Aid, like the red kind. Whew, little hot Kool-Aid. That smells like if you, when you took the flowers and picked them out of the garden, rubbed them, and then shoved it in your nose. Oh, wow, sweet, special. Let's give that a little scooter, hold on. So the first thing I noticed is that it's kind of, I don't want to say it's mellowed, but a little bit. Yeah, maybe I will say it mellowed a little. Or maybe just that it's so aromatic and flavorful that it kind of hides the bite. But that's awesome. That's going to be amazing on sandwiches, on salads, a little dried oregano on some iceberg, little ham and salami. Oh, little skadooch of that stuff. What are we talking about? Grilled squid? Let's check out the rosemary. Woo! You can clean a bathtub with that stuff in the best way. There's a lot going on there. Where am I? Oh, a little grilled pork chop. Spray that. Little ribeye. That's gonna be delicious. A little butter, a little bit of that on there. Whew. Acid, you know, it's just like, you know, it's having that balance of things. And I think having just a really simple way to utilize what is often a byproduct of the gardening process of growing herbs, something as common as basil or rosemary, which are probably the two most common herbs grown in America. We're gonna strain these, put them in bottles, and we'll use them until we run out. That color, I can't believe how much red came off of that Thai basil. You know, that rosemary came a little more pale as opposed to when it was fresh and became this dull green. Really stripped a lot of the essence. It's delicious. Kind of stripped, dull, little dead now. Stripped, dull, and dead. Just like my soul, stripped on dead. If I had Brad subs, Jersey Brad subs, this is what I'd put in a bottle. Bingo zingo, ship it, sell it, maybe a kiss of garlic and some oregano. Rosemary, white wine vinegar, put it on everything, man. These are just classic ways to kind of lock in that fresh, big aromatic punch that just kind of elevates anything you put it on. Let them go to seed, try it out, put it in some vinegar, and enjoy it for the months to come. Let me know some other cool things we could put in vinegar. See you next time. Wow. They're good. A little pop of fresh.